Hi, and welcome to the Handmade Homestead. My name is Amy, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we are going to be grinding some wheat to make some whole wheat bread. This recipe makes 2 loaves, and I will leave the link down below, but this is from Mel's Kitchen Cafe. So, let's get started. So some of the benefits of grinding your own wheat. These are wheat berries, and wheat berries last longer than milled flour. So once you mill the flour, it starts to lose nutrients really quickly. And, oh, this is really full. I'm going to show you. There's our milled flour. And we want to capture the most nutrients that we can. That way our bodies get what it needs from the wheat, rather than a bunch of processed garbage. So now remove this, and we're gonna start mixing. Okay, so I think I've gathered everything. I'm not gonna give the exact measurements for this. Like I said, I will put the link in the description, but I'm just gonna start with 3 cups of the whole wheat flour, and then we'll add the rest at a different time. Okay. We're going to add our yeast. That's the one thing I forgot to grab. 1 second. Okay, I store my yeast in this container in the freezer because it lasts longer, keeps it fresher longer. Let's see here. And because this is wheat, it does not have gluten. So we are going to add Vital Wheat gluten. I know there's a lot of gluten-free people out there, and if you are one of those people, I apologize. This recipe is probably not for you. Okay, and our water. Gonna put this lid on, and we're gonna mix that up. I also left the lemon juice in the fridge, so just 1 second. I can never get this open, and my husband bought me this, which has been so amazing. Literally get anything open without tearing my hands up. I don't even know what that's called. Maybe a jar opener. Let's see. So we need lemon juice and salt. I don't want to dirty too many measuring spoons, so I'm going to do the salt first. That way I don't have to do another one for the lemon juice. Okay. All right, and now we're going to do oil and honey. If you ever have a recipe that calls for oil and honey, I always do the oil first, because if you're using the same measuring cup or spoon, it helps the honey to come out a little faster, a little easier. Grab that a different way. There we go. Okay, see how fast that honey just pours out? And not much is left in there. All right, we've got our lemon juice, our oil, our honey, and our salt. So we're gonna mix it on low speed. Let's put this lid back on. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like really quick. We still have to add more. Let me see if I can just pick this up. We still have to add more of our flour, but we're only going to do it a little bit at a time. And this is so loud, and I apologize. We're going to put enough. We're going to add half a cup of dough at a time until the dough pulls away from the sides of the bowl. We're not going to overflour it. It's very easy with wheat to do that, so just caution on the side of less. A little stickiness is okay as long as the dough forms a ball and doesn't leave a lot of residue on your fingers. We're going to knead the dough for about 5 to 6 minutes until it's soft and smooth. So as we put this on, there's a little hole right here that this piece goes in. I'm going to add, I need a smaller cup. I'm going to add half a cup at a time. Let's see. Will my half cup fit in there? Oh, perfect. Okay, it will. So I'm going to add half cup at a time while it's mixing. Something I forgot to mention was I like to add lecithin granules to mine. It is not in this recipe, but I have made other recipes with it. And I do about a tablespoon per loaf. This will make 2 loaves, so I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. And what this does, it's a dietary supplement, but it also helps with that soft store-bought texture versus the hard crummy homemade bread feel. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. I can get that soft store-bought texture with like a white all-purpose flour, but with wheat it's a little harder, so I like to use the lecithin granules. Okay, so I took the liberty of taking this out. Whoops, can't see. Taking this out. We have kneaded this and we are ready to put this on the counter. We're going to lightly grease the counter with some oil. Just trying to get some of this off of this dough hook here. See how it's like, it's not leaving too much residue, just a little bit, and I can kind of put it back on there. All right. So we're going to take a little bit of oil and put it on your counter, spread it out. I just realized you can't see anything I'm doing. There we go. Spread it out. Okay, so now you've got this big ball of dough. I'm just going to shape it just a little bit. It doesn't need to be shaped too much. And I'm going to grab just one of these little, I know there's a name for that, but words escape me. Bench scraper, that's what it's called. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna eyeball this and kind of cut it in half. It doesn't have to be perfect, just close-ish. And then we are going to make each into a loaf. Okay, and put it into a pan. And we're gonna let those rise. Just spread that one out just a little bit more. I'm gonna cover these and I'm gonna let them rise until they are 1 to 2 inches above the pan. Depending on the heat in your kitchen, this could take 30 minutes. It could take a couple of hours. You have to keep an eye on it. I would check it every 30 minutes, but we'll be back. All right, our timer went off. Our oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And as you can see, this is about 1 inch, maybe a little more over. This is what you're looking for, this up here to be over this lip. So we're gonna put these in the oven for 28 minutes. Here we go, fresh from the oven, and put some butter on it. Yum, yum. Nothing like fresh baked bread with a little bit of butter.